Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an episode of the Gamers Podcast. We're back here. It's been a little while since we did the last podcast, just because there hasn't been anything too crazy to talk about in terms of like gaming and whatnot. But we're back here. You know how it usually goes. Sometimes I just won't have a topic too much to talk about, so kind of go on a little bit of an exodus with the podcast. But there's a lot of good stuff that I do want to talk about. So the podcast is probably going to be coming back. I'll be having a couple of other episodes. There is a lot of things I do want to talk about. In not just this episode, of course, but some upcoming episodes I got plans for. So we'll be seeing the podcast make a little bit of a return, but the reason there lack thereof episodes are just because there hasn't been too much to talk about. But this is kind of a follow-up podcast, and also, kind of going to address some things. We didn't have content Sunday, and that is because I was going to record a video. There's Lord. I was going to record a video, and I had something planned, and then my voice, as you could hear now, is kind of messed up. I was kind of losing my voice. It was actually a lot worse, like Sunday. So I just decided, and I kind of suck. I didn't call. I didn't really write. I didn't put out any announcements. I just didn't come out with content on Sunday. I'm sorry. And just with content on Sundays in general, I know usually our content is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been more or less lacking on putting out content on Sunday. I kind of suck at that, and just apologies overall for that. I know you guys kind of count on me coming out with scheduled content days, but it was just bad Sunday, and I apologize for that. I suck at that. I'm just, going to take responsibility for it. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to try to be more consistent on Sundays with content and just overall. So I apologies for that, and also apologies. My voice still is a little bit messed up, but it's not as bad as it was that Sunday. So that's pretty much what the reasoning for that was. Sorry if, like I said, my voice is a little bit wonky. I lost my voice a little bit. That's just kind of, what was going on. Kind of like I was saying, a little bit of a follow-up podcast here. Talking about Black Ops 7 coming out. Now, I know we did the initial podcast where it was first kind of came out and kind of was released, or not released, I should say, but it was released that it was going to come out, it was announced and whatnot. And I know it's coming out officially announced, actually, because I know before when we did that podcast, there was no official release date. But now we do have an official release date. It's going to release, I'm going to read off of an article there as well. But officially going to release on November 14th, 2025. It's not that long away. It's usually when Black Ops games releases or any Call of Duty games in November. So that's slated to come out. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, we got the confirmed release date. I'm going to talk about some extra things here. Just, like I said, kind of an overall follow-up podcast to the first initial one. And then I think I'm also, of course, going to do a follow-up podcast when the game actually comes out and doing some things on that. So, that's going to be there. I'm just going to be reading some additional things from an article here. Just more or less of an update. Some more things came out along with that release date. So just going to be reading some stuff here. It's off an article from Dot Esports. Looks like a pretty good site. I know I kind of source from all different angles. But Dot Esports looks like a good site and good article here. So I'm going to get right into it. It's confirmed during the Gamescom opening night live 2025, which is I think towards the end of August. Black Ops 7 will now officially launch on November 14th, 2025, marking the return of Treyarch and Raven's collaborative development for Black Ops subseries. Game will release across PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Battle.net, Steam, and Xbox app players who subscribe to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or PC Game Pass will be able to play the title from day one as part of the subscription service. While there has been speculation about a possible launch on the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2, I think this is being written, but some of this part of this article was being written before the Switch 2 release, so it might be talking about it in past tense or whatever. There was possible thoughts about it coming up on Nintendo Switch 2. Activision has confirmed that the game will not be available from the console at the release. However, the company has not ruled out future support for Nintendo's hardware, which is a common thing. Like, I know at least for PC, there's some games it comes out initially on Xbox and PlayStation, the two main consoles. Then sometimes games will come out later for PC. That might be the case here. It comes out a little bit later for the Switch 2 and whatnot. So that could be a case thing here. And it's pretty cool. I know I'm probably going to end up buying it on my PS5. I do have an Xbox, but it's last gen, so I have Game Pass, so it's nice that you get the title from day one, but probably going to end up getting this game on PS5 just because it'll run smoother and whatnot. And the thing is, like, they're still kind of running it on PS4 and Xbox One. I don't know. I think we're kind of past that at this point. It's been what, almost 6 years since the PS5 got released and the Xbox Series X and S. I don't know. I just feel like they probably shouldn't release it on PS4, and Xbox One. But that's my opinion. So yeah, that's the initial kind of announcement that they made, and then of course early access and open beta dates. Players eager to try the game ahead of launch will get their chance during the early access and open beta sessions taking place in early October. The early access beta begins on Thursday, October 2nd, which is very soon at the time I'm recording this video, 12 p.m. Central Time, and runs through Sunday, October 5th, lasting 72 hours. Immediately after the open beta kicks off Sunday, October 5th at 12 p.m. Central Time and continues until Wednesday, October 8th, also spanning 72 hours. So that's exciting. I'm going to see if I could get in on that and play the open beta. Maybe maybe I'll make another follow-up podcast talking about the beta, just some extra things, or maybe not. Or I'll probably talk about it all just in one once the game comes out for the follow-up podcast. But we'll see how that goes. Then, of course, you get early access in the open beta. There's a poster there. Early access is reserved for those who pre-ordered the game on any platform. Now, I didn't pre-order it. I actually didn't know that until I just read that. So that's an interesting part. Let's see, because I just found that out. Who pre-ordered the game on any platform, console or PC, as well as eligible Game Pass subscribers. Maybe I'll play it on my Xbox then, because of the Game Pass thing. I'll see what I could do. Maybe I probably can pull some gameplay from it. Put some out, I don't know. That could be a cool thing. We'll get some Black Ops 7 open beta. If I said Black Ops 6, I might have, I don't know. But then on the other hand, will be completely free and available to everyone across all platforms. This testing phase will mark the first opportunity for players to explore the new maps and experience the updated gameplay systems firsthand, of course, as a beta is. Some gameplay reveal highlights. This might have been some stuff I already went over with the plot and whatnot. Set in 2035, Black Ops 7 pushes the series forward with the signature mix of near-future combat, political tension, and psychological twists. Players take on the role of David Mason, reportedly portrayed by Milo Ventimiglia. Sorry if I messed up that name. Now at the helm of JSOC unit tasked dismantling a covert organization known as the Guild. Along the way, the campaigner visits familiar and new characters such as the notorious Raul Menendez, the Guild CEO Emma Kagan, while missions span diverse backdrops, including futuristic Japan, the sunlit Mediterranean coast, and mind-bending sequences that blur the line between reality and the human psyche. For the first time in Black Ops history, the campaign supports both solo play and drop and co-op for up to 4 players, that's pretty cool. Every kill, a complete objective, and milestone contributes to a unified global XP progression system that seamlessly carries over between campaign, multiplayer, zombies, as well as Warzone, ensuring that all modes feel interconnected and rewarding. The co-op campaign concludes with Endgame, a bold new mode that goes beyond the traditional final mission. Designed as a replayable experience, Endgame challenges squads to survive relentless encounters, adapt to unpredictable scenarios, and fully utilize the personalized abilities unlocked throughout the campaign. With each run offering fresh progression and surprises, players can also explore the wider world of Avalon beyond the structured missions. It's pretty cool because, as you guys know, I'm a campaign guy. I enjoy the campaign, especially in Black Ops and whatnot. So that's pretty cool that they included a lot in the campaign and intertwined with all of it. So it's looking pretty exciting. Of course, the multiplayer continues to be the core of COD and Black Ops 7, delivers with a robust lineup of 16 brand new maps, built for classic 6v6 action, complemented by 2 expansive 20v20 skirmish maps. Player movement has also been overhauled with the enhanced Omni-Movement system, giving matches a smoother, more responsive feel, while it avoids turning to the over-top sci-fi mechanics of the past titles like jetpacks and full wall running. It does include a wall jump mechanic for added mobility. Additionally, the removal of the default tactical sprint further refines pacing and balance on the battlefield. You could also look forward to an arsenal of new weapons, score streaks, equipment, field upgrades, perks, hybrid combat specialties, designed to open up new strategies and ways to dominate multiplayer. Which looks pretty cool. Multiplayer's looking pretty cool. I know a lot of people are critical of this game, but I personally am going to give it a chance. I know a lot of, because of past Black Ops titles and whatnot, Call of Duty titles, I know a lot of people are skeptical, and I think they have a right to be. But personally, me, I think I'm buying into it. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but that's just me personally. I think I'm going to buy into the Black Ops 7. Just especially kind of how it's looking and whatnot. Of course, we got the zombies. No Call of Duty entry feels whole without zombies. And Black Ops 7 proudly revives the classic round-based zombies format that first made the mode fan favorite. Treyarch has teased this version as their most ambitious yet, promising larger, more intricate maps, hidden Easter eggs for dedicated hunters, and narrative arc that runs deeper than ever before. Beyond Undead Slaying, the game also reintroduces survival maps and Dead Ops Arcade 4, beautiful, while expanding customization with a wide arsenal of new weapons, attachments, and a robust camo progression system that seamlessly carries across every mode, which is cool. I like that. I like how they're kind of bringing back zombies. I kind of feel like they kind of lost the touch with zombies and really more or less focused on multiplayer, and I kind of feel like they kind of lost the trying to look for the right word, kind of the drive for zombies. They kind of more focused on multiplayer more than zombies in past Call of Duty titles and Black Ops and whatnot. So I'm kind of glad they're putting some more effort into zombies and making updates to that and stuff. So that's pretty cool to see kind of zombies make a little bit of a comeback, and I'm glad they're paying more attention to that as a zombies fan, OG. So that's pretty cool to see. And that's more or less the end of the article here. It was a good article. Dot Esports, just to credit them, they had a really good article here on Black Ops 7. And just some extra news here. So it was a really, really cool one. I liked it, and really good to source my sources and whatnot. But that was more or less like I said, the long and the short of the article. It was just some extra updates and whatnot. But that's pretty cool. I like it. And my conclusion, it's looking exciting. And revealed a lot of stuff. There's just nothing much else to do at this point. Sit and wait until it does come out for my final analysis. But it's looking exciting. It's looking like they're really bringing a lot of stuff back and trying to touch a base with the some of the older and more OG COD players. And bringing back a lot of cool stuff. So I'm pretty excited for it. I know, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people might be critical of this. Kind of like they are with Battlefield 6. But that's, that's another conversation. But I'm buying into it. I'm probably not going to end up pre-ordering it. Probably just going to see if I might put some gameplay out. That's another side thing. I might put some gameplay out of the open beta. That could be pretty cool. That might be coming out. But I'm probably not going to pre-order. I'm not really a pre-order guy unless I really, really am interested in the game. But I'm going to buy it. I think that's my plans here. I'm going to buy it and probably do the same kind of formula I did with Black Ops 6 last year. I'm probably going to do maybe a live commentary or reaction to it, or kind of first booting it up and whatnot. So that should be fun. But I think I'm definitely going to buy into it. I'm going to get Black Ops 7, and because it's looking really exciting. So that's just me. Of course, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And yeah, that was pretty much it. But everything looking real exciting, and that was pretty much it. Just kind of wanted to come on here, give an update, because I know they did drop the release date since I did that last podcast. So I wanted to do this, give an update on the release date officially, and just put some extra stuff in there, make some extra updates here, kind of a little follow-up podcast. And probably the next time we'll be talking about Black Ops 7 will be after it comes out and when I do my final kind of analysis on it, or first impressions and whatnot. So again, you might see some beta gameplay. I don't know. I might decide to come out with that. Maybe not. But that could be pretty interesting. So I might do it. But that was pretty much it. Also, kind of wanted to come back here on the podcast. I know it's been a while, just because there's been lack of stuff to talk about. But like I was saying in the beginning, I do have some stuff now I want to talk about. So podcast will be making a comeback. A lot of good stuff, games coming out this fall. So that'll be interesting to see. A lot of good stuff coming out. So. But yeah, that'll pretty much do it for today's episode of the Gamers Podcast. Of course, leave a comment down below what you think of Black Ops 7. Are you going to buy it? Are you critical of it? Do you want to buy it? Are you going to wait till after it comes out, maybe get some reviews? Whatever it may be, leave a comment down below. Whatever your plans are for Black Ops 7. Comment section is always open for that. Of course, the regular feedback, stuff like that. Be sure to subscribe for more content. Like if you all good stuff. Discord, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter. Links in the description. Staying active on all those. And yeah, with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.